Please chant our verses.
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये आङ्गिकं भुवनं यस्य वाचिकं सर्ववाग्मयम् आहार्यं चन्द्रतारातीतं नुमः सात्विकं शिवं गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुविष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते नमः। ओम।
You can also continue. Introduce our class today.
Yes, sir. 1 second, sir. Yes, sir. Hello, everyone. In the last class, we learned the 9th chapter, which explains the Samsara Karna. Today we are gonna learn the great secret of kings in chapter 9th, called as Raj Guhya Raj Vidya Yoga. Vishnu will chant verse 71 to 78 of chapter 18th, Moksha. Aloki will view a quiz on Dhyana Shloka. Verse allotment. Verse 9.15 Shivang. Verse 9.16 Divyanshi. Verse 9.17 Rishikesh. Verse 9.18 Narayani. Verse 9.19 Nayana. And we have also have interesting stories of the temples. Vishwesh will tell us the story of Kalkaivatara of Lord Vishnu. Akshita Sandeeps will give us the details of Suchindram temple. Raghav V will explain the properties of Brahman. I hope you enjoyed this class. Hari Om.
Thank you very much. Very nicely you have introduced the class, and I hope this way all you kids enjoy the class. You take active participation. That is very important. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Salutations to our Gurus. With them, we are learning this Bhagavad Gita, and now we are almost completed 2 years, complete 2 years.
And sir, in 2 years, you almost completed the full 18 chapters verse chanting.
Exactly, and Vishnu is going to chant us the last part of 18th chapter. So over to Vishnu.
Namaste everyone, my name is Vishnu. I'm going to chant the 18.71 to 18.78. Om Shraddha Anusuyascha Sriniyad Apiyo Naraha Sobi Mukta Subhamallokan Prapnuyat Punya Karmamam Vachidechat Krutam Partha Tvayaika Grina Chetasaha Kachid Ajnana Samomuhaha Prasnastasta Dhamam Jaya Arjuna Uvacha Nashto Mohasmitir Labda Tvat Prasadhan Mayachyutaha Stithastomi Gata Sandehaha Karisye Vachanam Tava Sanjaya Uvacha Ityam Vasudevasya Parthasya Cha Mahatmanaha Samvadam Mimam Ashrusham Adbhutam Romaharshanam Vyasa Pradascha श्रुतवानेताद्गुह्यम् अहं परं योगं योगेश्वरात् कृष्णात् साक्षात् कथनायठ स्वयं राजन् स्मृतय संवादम् इमं नभृतं केसार्वर्जुनो यो पुण्यं हृष्यामि च मुहुर्मुहुः ताच्च स्मृतय रूपम् अत्यद्भुतं हरेः विस्माओ मे महन् राजं हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः यात्रा योगेश्वरः कृष्णो यात्रा पार्थो धनुर्धरः तात्रा श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवनीतिर्मतिर्मम ॐ तत्सदिति श्रीमद् भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुन संवादे मोक्षसंन्यासयोगो नाम अष्टादशोऽध्यायः।
Very nice, Vishnu. With you, we have completed the 18 chapters chanting. And one day, as Arjuna is saying here, what did he say? My delusion is gone and knowledge has been gained by me. And by whose grace? Krishna's grace. I remain free from all doubts. I shall carry out your instructions, O Lord Vishnu. So one day, Vishnu, we have to say this with conviction, that all my doubts have gone because of the grace of Lord Vishnu, Lord Krishna. And by learning this Gita, the last verse very clearly mentions that wherever this is practiced, you will get materialistic gain, you will get spiritual gain. Shri Vijaya Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Mama means you will get permanent. Yeah. You will get permanent wealth.
You finish the entirety of Bhagavad Gita just by doing this for 10 minutes, like a week.
Exactly. So you imagine, after understanding the real knowledge, you get all this. And that is what? Permanent wealth, a victory, prosperity, and get justice. This is the view of Gita. This is what we all want to have. Thank you once again, children. You completed the entire Bhagavad Gita shlokas. Maybe I will try to start again and give chances to someone who have not got it. So today we start Dhyana Shloka quiz. Now from now onwards, whatever we have done, we will do quiz. In that way, we will learn more about the Bhagavad Gita and the mantras. Much more we will go in deep of it. So over to you, Aloki.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
can you make me unco-host because I'm unable to raise my hand?
Okay. Now what we will do is...
Sir, is there going to be options?
Yeah, there will be options. But children, I would suggest don't answer immediately. You raise your hand, and once I will tell who has to answer. So one chance everyone will get, okay? Don't prompt in between also. I am seeing everyone here. Whoever is raising hand, I will ask them, okay? Over to you, Aloki.
Namaste all. Today I am going to present a quiz based on Gita Dhyana Shlokas. Before we begin with the quiz, I would like to tell you some rules. If you want to answer, raise your hand. And one of the most important things, if you get an answer wrong, don't feel discouraged. Be glad that at least you tried. So let's begin. First question. What does Dhyana Shloka means? A. Chant of meditation. B. Describes deity and help the devotee to bring the deity in his or her mind. C. Prayer verses. D. All of this.
Okay, Kavin, you answer this. Try.
Sir, it is all of these.
Excellent. Very good.
The answer is correct.
Yeah. So now
Uh,
we go to the
moving
next.
to second question. How many Dhyana shlokas are there? A. 2. B. 3. C. 6. D. 9.
Swastik, you answer, please.
Sir, 9.
Very good. Very good.
The third question. Dhyana shlokas are a part of Mahabharatam. State true or false?
Narayani. Hey, we should not prompt, please. Anvit.
Sir, false.
So, Dhyana shlokas are part of Mahabharata. True or false? It is false. Good answer. Good answer. Very good. It is not a part of Mahabharata. We'll know why. It will come in further.
The question 4. Who wrote the Dhyana shlokas? A. Acharya Madhusudana Saraswati. B. Acharya Drona. C. Maharishi Vyasa. D. Narada.
Okay, I will ask Vishnu. Tell us who has written this.
Sir, actually, I by mistakenly raised the hand. It was about the last question.
But try, no problem. Try here.
Sir, I don't know.
Okay, Kavin.
Sir, I think it's Acharya Drona or Maharishi Vyasa.
Okay, one more chance to Swastik. Vishwesh.
Sir, Maharishi Vyasa.
No. Vishwesh.
Sir,
Acharya
sir, can I say?
Already
Sir,
given
can I
answer.
say?
Already answer given. Vishwesh has given Madhusuna Saraswati. So let us see. Acharya Madhusudan Saraswati has written this in the praise of Lord, this Bhagavad Gita. Okay.
So
Now
actually, it's not on Mahabharata because it's praising Mahabharata,
exactly.
but it didn't happen during.
Correct. You're right. Now, please don't prompt anyone. Just when I'm calling out your name, then only answer so that everyone gets a chance. Okay, Anvit? So next, come on.
Okay, sir. 5. Which Dhyana shloka tells us that Upanishads are cow and Krishna is a milker? A. Dhyana shloka 1. B. Dhyana shloka 7. C. Dhyana shloka 4. Dhyana shloka 5.
Okay, Narayani. If you can't answer, tell no.
Sir, but it is 4, sir.
Okay, can you also chant that shloka?
Yes, sir.
Can I
Parthaya Pratibhu.
No.
Prapanna Parijataya.
No. Okay, Anvit, you try. Which shloka I'm talking about? 4th.
Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsajanuramardanam
No.
Devaki Parama
Sir, can I say it again?
Who is that?
Krishnam
Yeah.
Vande Jagadguru.
That is different shloka. Okay, Narayani, 4th shloka.
Varopanishado gavo Yogdha Gopalanandanaha Partho Vatsasudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gitamritam Mahata.
Correct. That is what it means, right? Upanishadic cow milked by Krishna for Arjuna, the calf, and also Sudhir Bhokta, the children and the people like us who are learning Bhagavad Gita through some medium. Okay.
On to the question 6. According to second Dhyana shloka, who enlightened the lamp of wisdom? A. Acharya Madhusudana Saraswati.
Sir, I can't see the screen. Now I can see.
B. Maharishi Vyasa. C. Acharya Drona. D. Narada.
So, who has enlightened the lamp of wisdom? Who is going to answer?
So what is the second one?
Maharshi Vyasa. So I think Nikhil, sorry, he has not put his name.
Sir Shivam.
Shivang. Answer,
Sir.
please.
Acharya Madhusudan Saraswati.
One more try for someone else. Swastik.
Sir, Maharishi Vyasa.
Correct. You are right. It is Maharshi Vyasa because the second shloka is actually describing Vyasa. Third is Krishna. First is praising Bhagavad Gita. Okay. And fourth was that it is the Upanishadic cow. Next question.
Question 8. In third Dhanashloka, who is referred as a wish-yielding tree? A. Maharishi Vyasa. B. Lord Krishna. C. Narada. D. Lord Ganesha.
I think the question is who is holder of Jnana Mudra here? Question 7.
Oh, sorry, sir. Question 7. Who is the holder of Jnana Mudra? A. Lord Krishna. B. Lord Indra. C. Lord Brahma. D. Lord Shiva.
Okay. Raghav, please answer. Raghav Vashney.
So I think A.
That is Lord Krishna.
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
Correct answer.
Thank you.
Jnana Mudra is also called Chin Mudra.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now question 8.
Sir, that shows Krishna, Arjuna, Tamasic, Rajasic, and Sattvic.
Yes. Correct. Go ahead.
Question 8. In the third Dhyana Shloka, who is referred as wish-yielding tree? A. Maharishi Vyasa. B. Lord Krishna. C. Narada. D. Lord Ganesha.
Divyanshi, can you answer this? Third shloka, who is referred as wish-yielding tree? Just now I mentioned.
Lord Krishna.
Very nice. Because third shloka is about praise of Lord Krishna only. Narada doesn't come in this at all.
On to question 9. Jnana Mudra and Chin Mudra are same. True or false?
Okay, who has raised? Let me see. Who is that? Ishita. Can you answer this? Jnana Mudra and Chin Mudra are the same?
Yes, sir. It's true.
Very nice. Good. It's true. Sorry, that is by mistake it is come down, but it is true. 10.
Question 10. In fifth Dhyana Shloka, which Mara of Kansa defeated by Lord Krishna? A. Chanur. B. Putna. C. Shakasura. D. Trinavarth.
Wait a minute, I will ask. Daivik, can you answer?
Shakatasura?
No. Nayana?
Sir, Chanura.
Very good. Kamsa Chanura Mardanam. That is the verse, no?
Yes, sir.
Sir, even in my Krishna book, it's written Chanura.
Correct, but the whole idea of you answering the quiz is to go and read the.
That is actually like the one who like employs all these
Okay.
all these asus.
Okay. So Chanura. Now 11th.
Question 11. In sixth Dhyana Shloka, Mahabharata war was compared with A. A treacherous river. B. A calm ocean. C. A thunderstorm. D. None of this.
Wait a minute. Who has raised the hand? Okay. Kavin, can you answer this?
Sir, it is a treacherous river.
And who crosses you across this river?
Sir, the person who is in the boatsman is Krishna, and the person who is riding it is Arjuna and the Pandavas. There's a blue lotus which is a Dhritarashtra.
No. Dhritarashtra is not in that. That is the river.
Who is the blue lotus?
The blue
Yes.
lotus is, I think, Sir Jayadratha, right?
Jayadratha, correct. So we just want to know who will take us through these difficult times is Krishna. The treacherous river.
So,
Correct.
but sir, in the like Shakuni is the
Gadhara Nilotpala. Sir, it's written as Bhishma Drona Tata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilotpala.
Sir, it's Shakuni has given the
Okay.
Shakuni.
Okay, good. So that's the whole idea is to revise this. And with that, we come to the end of the quiz. Thank you very much, Aloki. Next quiz will be by Narayani on the first 10 verses of chapter 9. You please go through the 10 verses so that you can answer well. Thank you very much, children. You did very well. I'm very happy to see everyone answering. Now
Thank you. You like the quiz.
Yes, it was very good, Aloki. Very good quiz. So we are in the 9th chapter, and that is the secret. What is the secret? What is Brahman is told here. And it is an open secret. Only thing is you have to be prepared to understand it. To make our understanding more clearer, what is Brahman? What is their attributes? Is it having any attributes or it is attribute-less? Let us go and listen from Raghav Varshni.
Namaskaram everyone. Thank you Sachin sir for giving me this opportunity. Sir, please start and please enter. So the Brahman is the creator of everything, including the universe and yourself. So next slide, please. Brahman can't be felt. It's just like space. It's just like a toy which you don't have, but you just feel it. But Maya Shakti or the real toy can be felt. The Brahman is untouched by the materialistic things. This property is being discussed in the chapter 9 as we go in the further verses and the last verses also. The Brahman is the energy inside us and the Atma. Everyone, Brahman is inside everyone. Brahman is also classified as absolute truth in the Vedantic scriptures. Thank you, Sachin sir. I couldn't represent more information because as my exams are going on and that's why I couldn't research much.
No worries. It's very excellently you have mentioned these 4 properties of Brahman. He is there in every one of us. He is the energy for, or is the adhara for making this entire cosmos. He cannot be felt. He cannot be seen, but it can be experienced by your own self. And it is the Maya Shakti. Okay. So Brahman as such is not doing anything. It is the Maya Shakti which does everything. So let us now learn about Onam. Today is Onam and happy Onam to all of you. Ambika,
Happy Onam, sir.
Happy Onam. Ambika will explain us the significance of this particular day. Go over to you.
So we all know today is Onam. So what do you know about Onam? Can anyone tell me? Yes, Vishnu?
Auntie, Onam is the festival from where in the day where Mahabali was taken down to underworld.
Yeah, good. So we all have heard the story of Vamana Avatara, and we will see what the story is and what is the significance. So just we will see when the Onam comes. So in last 2 classes also we have seen about the Ganesh Chaturthi, Krishna Janmashtami and all. So Onam is celebrated in the Chingam month of Malayalam calendar. So Malayalam calendar is different from the English calendar, we know that. So Onam according to the English calendar falls in August, late August or September. Onam starts from Attam, that is the Hasta Nakshatram, and that is the first day of Onam, which was on the 31st of August 2020-22 this year. And it ends on Tiruonam, that is today, which is the Tiruonam Nakshatram, or we also know it as the Shravanam Nakshatram. It is a 10-day celebration and each day has got its name. So what are the names? That is Attam, last slide. Chitra, Chodi, Vishakam, Anijam, Triketa, Moolam, Puradam, Uttradam and Tiruonam. So today we have a nakshatra of Tiruonam and that's why the main Tiruonam was celebrated. Next slide. Okay. So what does the Onam tells us? So it commemorates the homecoming of a great king, that is the Mahabali from the Patala Loka. And we all have heard the story of Mahabali and a Vamana Avatara. So Mahabali was granted the permission by Bhagwan Vishnu to visit the world once a year, as he was a great devotee of a god and because of its good acts. Onam is also and this is festival is of homecoming of Mahabali is given as Onam, name as Onam. It also celebrates the rice harvest. The Onam celebration also accompanies like Valamkali, that is a boat race in Alapura district, Pukkalam, that is the flower rangoli, which you have seen in the first slide, and Kumatakali, that is the mask dance. Next slide. Now this is what we know about the Onam. So what is the significance of this festival? This festival shows us the bhakti is the complete surrender to the will of the supreme truth. That Mahabali or the king Maveli surrendered totally to the supreme. Bali is an example of bhakti. This Mahabali king was an extreme example of bhakti and supreme sacrifice. The term Bali also means offering, dedication and sacrifice. Now we all in the today's life, we think this is ours, we have earned it, everything belongs to us. But this is a false concept of ownership we have. Possessiveness in every thought and action will lead to our selfish nature and the ego. So the king Mahabali, which was renowned for his charitable nature, what happens because of his charitable natures? His ego was inflated. And because of his fame, he was becoming more and more egoistic. For the king to become an enlightenment, his ego has to be quelled, means it has to drop down his ego. And for this purpose, the Vamana Avatara came. And by placing the third, and what does the Vamana Avatara ask from the Mahabali? He asked the land which he can cover in the 3 steps. So in one step, we know the earth was taken. The second step, the whole universe was taken. And in the third step, his lotus feet was put on the Mahabali's head. The Vamana Avatara facilitated the total surrender of his devotee and made him immortal. Next slide. Next slide. So what is this Onam reminds us? That what all we have got, what all possessions we have, it is a gift from a God. Whatever. So we should always be thankful to the God for what we have. This is a lesson we have to take from the festival of Onam. See, we have been blessed with the best of the education. You people are learning so much. So every act of yours should thank the Supreme that you are blessed to have all these things. And when we realize that we have been given the best, we will surrender to the Lord. And now the Bali has also showed us the path of the true bhakti. Now coming back to us, that how can we have this thing we can completely surrender to the God. See, being a student, whatever we are doing, we should do with the utmost devotion, be it studies or learning dance, music, art, anything which you learn with the full devotion. Put your heart and soul into it. Because if you want to surrender something, then what? You have to be the best. So what you can do in order to do that? First, you have to cultivate the habit. Whatever you do it with the full devotion. Put your maximum effort into it. Be true to what you are doing it. And always feel blessed that you have been given these opportunities. Hari Om. Thank you.
Hari Om. Thank you, Ambika. It was an excellent summing up of what Onam means to all of us. And most importantly, the message of Bhakti. And that's the topic of today's about Bhakti. But before that, let me summarize the last, what happened in the first to third verse is Krishna is like a magician. He told us, I am going to tell you a secret. Please don't share with anyone. This secret is nothing but knowing Brahman. the first 3 verses has been mentioned here about the Gruhyatamam Shastram. And the Shastram nothing but is Bhagavad Gita here. Now, in the next 4th to 10th, what children, can anyone tell me what did he say from 4th to 10th? Any one of you?
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
sir, Maya Shakti.
More than Maya Shakti, he described the undescribable Brahman and also part of Maya Shakti, because without referring to Maya Shakti, we can't tell who is Brahman. So he described the properties
Sir,
of
Jiva
Brahman.
Shakti also, Jiva Shakti.
Yes. So he described Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. So in this combination is Brahman. Just like I said, the entire mala, Japa mala, the thread is there, we can't see. But and all the beads, Jiva, Jagat and Ishvara is all Maya Shakti.
Sir, like a mala, the flowers cover the thread. Our body covers our soul.
Exactly. Rather than saying soul, we can
Atma.
say Atma, Paramatma. Okay. So that's very excellent, Vishnu. This is what I want, interaction. Children, please don't feel you don't know. We have done enough of revisions and we are going so well and you are so blessed, kids. You please go on. If you have some doubts, you clarify it here or you can share like Vishnu is sharing.
Sir,
And
actually, we don't go that fast. It is slowly we go, so we can learn.
yeah, exactly. We have to go very slow. This is not a running race. This is not that we are going to achieve some big certificates or medals. This is something like we are maintaining insulation in our body so that in future, there will be no shocks to us. And even there are some shocks, it will be absorbed. With that type of insulation we are getting through Bhagavad Gita. And in last 4 verses, 11 to 14th, Bhagwan has mentioned about his type of devotees, bhaktas, where Sattvic bhaktas, Rajasic and Tamasic. And from today's class, he will be taking us through his Vishwarupa Darshanam, which we have already done part of it in which chapter, can you tell me? I am the Omkara. I am the Ganga amongst all the water. In which chapter we did this?
Sir, 10th chapter.
Vibhuti Yoga.
Vibhuti Yoga.
Excellent, kids. And we have done it so well. You know that?
Sir,
So-
it's like a lion is Krishna among all animals. Then
Yes.
is the Krishna among all letters. Like that.
Yes. Atit had done that. Akshara. Okay,
Yes,
very
sir.
good. So let us now listen from one more avatara of Krishna or Lord Vishnu, that is Kalki Avatara by Vishwesh. Over to Vishwesh.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes.
Today, I am going to be talking about the Kalki avatar of Vishnu. In Hinduism, there are 4 yugas, namely Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These 4 cycles rotate just like our calendar months. This concept was clearly explained by Shashank. Lasting for 432,000 years, Kali Yuga began 5,123 years ago after the Kurukshetra war and has 426,877 years left as of 2022 Christian era. Kali Yuga is the Iron Age, a time of darkness and despair among humanity and across the entire earth, when chaos, confusion, and hypocrisy reigns. During this age, people lose track of both their common sense and their moral compass. They can no longer recognize what is in their own personal interest or in the interest of the greater social good. They give up dharma altogether and persecute those who practice real religion. It is the worst yuga of all 4. What is his mission? Lord Vishnu will appear in these desperate times as Kalki to destroy Kali, which would signify an evil person. The main motive of Lord Kalki would be to destroy all barbarians and thieves from the earth and make the earth a peaceful place to live in. It is believed that Lord Kalki will descend to earth during Baisakhi month. It is usually said that Lord Kalki will appear on earth on the 12th day after the full moon day. It is also predicted that Lord Kalki will be born to a man who would be named Vishnu Yasa and his mother would be named as Sumati. It is also believed that Lord Kalki would go to Sinhala and marry a woman named Padma. Nostradamus was a great astrologer, and whatever he had predicted has always become true. According to his prediction, it was found that a person with immense power will rule in the whole world on both the land and sea. He will be the only person who will free the world from all trouble. According to Nostradamus, this great person will come down from his throne and will move through the sea and air for striking the evil ones with his rod. As per Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Kalki has many similarities about what Nostradamus had predicted. He will be seated on a white horse with a naked sword in his hand, blazing like a comet. He is less commonly represented in paintings and sculptures than the other avatars of Vishnu and is shown either on a horse or accompanied by his horse. According to some legend, during the end of the world, Lord Kalki's horse will stamp the earth with its right foot, causing the tortoise, which supports the earth, to drop into the deep. Then the gods will restore the earth once again to its former purity. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity given to me by Sachin sir.
Thank you, Vishwesh. In-depth understanding of the Kalki Avatara. And that was, I think, the last Avatara of Lord Vishnu. With that, we have seen the all 10 Avataras. We will take
Sir,
some...
Actually, one thing is
Yes.
the significance of the Chiranjeevis. The Chiranjeevis are actually immortal because they are going to teach Kalki. They are actually going to teach Kalki, who will then get rid of all sinners and then destroy the world, which will then be recreated by the gods.
Okay.
But sir, there are 20 or 24 avatars, right?
In this yuga, these are the avatars.
Vishnu has over thousands of avatars, but everyone into just 10.
Sir, the mainly avatars are 10, but the others avatars are also there.
Yes, it is there. It is there.
So many avatars are there,
I
but
have
still
like
That-
one doubt.
But there are many, but sir, only 10 main are there.
Correct.
Tens of thousands are there.
In fact, every one of you is Avatara of Lord Vishnu, isn't it? If you understand the correct meaning of our Gita. Every one
Yes,
of
sir.
you is Avatara, potential Avatara. Only thing is you have to
Actually,
believe and...
all of the avatars he took,
Hmm.
it had the same Maya Shakti as us,
Hmm.
but it understood it properly, that body, and it understood it so well that Vishnu, he had gave the capability to that body to understand.
Correct. Very nice.
capability was granted, but then for us, like we don't have, we are still obtaining the capability of understanding that.
Correct.
Sir,
See, how many of you know Kohli, the cricketer?
sir, me. Sir is so famous.
Me, sir.
Exactly.
Going on.
So that person who understands from beginning what he's supposed to do will start early and accomplish it early and to the potential. So he found, his father also found, but he also found that he likes cricket. Same like Tendulkar. Very early age, he took the bat at the age of 3 or 4 years. And he persistently did it. And Lord Krishna will tell, how are my bhaktas? How they know me? How they are feeling in I am in everyone. So that's how every one of you find your own passion.
Sir, whatever we do, we always have to give 100% into it.
Exactly. And in the right thing you should do. You can give 100% in wrong thing, like while studying, you give 100% in watching TV. Then it is of no use.
Sir, we should always do the right thing. But sir, mistake comes in everybody.
Exactly. But repeated mistakes should not happen with the children who are learning Bhagavad Gita, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let us move ahead and we'll see that last time we covered 14 till 14th. And here, as I said, those who understand Lord, they are very near and they are very steadfast in their worship. Just as Those who understand that I want to come first, or I want to score the highest marks, or I want to be the first in the dancing competition, they start doing it regularly, practicing every day with total surrender and full devotion. And not only one day they do every other day. If it is Sunday also, they will get up and do it.
But
Like getting a medal. Children, getting a medal, or India has how many medals till today? Gold medal. Individual gold medal.
You mean like in Olympic?
Yeah, obviously
Like
Olympic.
20, 23, 24.
24 or 22, sir.
No.
25.
I am talking about the highest medal, gold medal. Only 2 in individual sports. In hockey, we had got, in combined sports, we have got, but Olympic medal, gold medal is only 2.
Sir, one is Neeraj Chopra and one is Abhinav Bindra.
Correct. So 2008 Beijing and 2021 Tokyo, Japan. Why I am telling you this story is, it is lost.
So also one more thing.
Hmm.
It's a Neeraj Chopra who got the first like gold medal for India.
Exactly. So why I am telling you is lot of similarity between our gold medal. After learning Bhagavad Gita, our gold medal is what? Moksha. The gold medal only will possible if you get the freedom of or liberation. Now, once we have focus, whatever we are doing daily routine.
Sir,
and
we
don't have
should
any-
surrender, but not surrender to anyone, only God.
Exactly. So we should have not second thought that I will do this also, that also, I will study and I will watch TV also, or I will play at the same time. No, it should be perfection. God is saying in this verse that this devotee constantly praise me, and they strive very hard with a firm resolve, dridena or dridavrataha, and surrender completely to me with devotion, ever steadfast in one's worship. Nitya uktaha upasate. To them only I get. So, Nitya ukta upasatehe. That is what is important. What we generally don't see is the people who get medal, they pursue and they seek. We don't see the difficult things they have gone through, which is not seen to us. We only see the first, second, or third rank of the people. So, children, if you want to achieve something,
Like ones who get the world record, they keep practicing and they wake up very early and sleep very early.
so now Vishnu is giving us hint that everyone should go early to bed and early to rise. Isn't it, Vishnu?
Yes, sir.
But
So there's
is it
like one thing we see only the result they get.
exactly?
We don't see how much pain, effort, and everything they've done to get it.
That's what. So
An
Bhagwan,
example of this is
Sir, if sir, one person or some person gets some medals, everybody thinks they just practice for some days, but actually they practice for every day. They practice and then
They might
keep
practice for
achieving it.
weeks, years, decades, but they might get second. No, nobody will look at how much they trained. They would just see what the result is.
exactly. So let them see what the result is. But God here is saying, whoever
Sir, an
pursues,
example of this is PB Sindhu. Like there was a video of her practicing. Like she practices the whole day. Sir. Like only like she only gets 2 hours of sleep. She like the whole day she'll be practicing. Sir.
okay. But I don't recommend 2 hours of sleep. Children, you should sleep at least 6 hours to 7 hours. So if
Sir,
you
I sleep 8 hours.
okay, 8 hours also is okay. But if you sleep at 10 o'clock, if you say 8 hours means 6 o'clock, you should get up, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you calculate yourself. How many hours?
Sir,
you
I
have.
sometimes I sleep at 10 o'clock and I wake up at 6:30 or something like that.
Okay. So let us try and understand this verse that God likes those people who pursue dedicatedly. Nitya yuktaha upasate. Remember this, nitya yuktaha. Every time they do it. And then only they get upasate. They get seek the God. Okay. So let us move ahead, children. And today we start with Shivang. Shivang, Madam, Rama Madam will first chant. Then she will take how to chant only with you, and then we all chant with her. Okay? Over to you, Rama Madam.
Okay. Thank you. Hari Om, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये यजन्तो उपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम् ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यन्ये
ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यज्ञे
यजन्तो मामुपासते
मामुपासते
एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन
एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन
पृथक्त्वेन पृथक्त्वेन पृथक्त्वेन
पृथक्त्वेन
एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन
एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन
बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्
बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्
मुखम् that is Mahapran.
बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्.
Okay, you can chant the whole shloka yourself once.
Yes.
Yeah, try.
ज्ञानयज्ञेन चाप्यज्ञे यजन्तो मामुपासते एकत्वेन पृथक्त्वेन बहुधा विश्वतो मुखम्.
Here in the first line, yajanto mam upasate. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Now, let us all chant one by one together. Jnana yagnena chapyanye.
Jnanayagna chapyanye.
Jnana yagnena chapyanye.
Jnanayagna chapyanye.
Yajanto mamupasate.
Yajanto mamupasate.
Ekatvena pruthaktvena.
Ekatvena pruthaktvena.
Bahudha vishwato mukham.
Bahudha vishwato mukham.
Yes. Shivang, go ahead.
But sir, can I?
Yes, go ahead.
Jnana yajnena, sacrifice of knowledge, cha and ampi, also anye others, yajanta mam me upasate worship, ekatvena oneness, prithaktvena separateness, bahuda diversity, vishyato mukham multifaceted. Others offering the sacrifice of knowledge worship me with oneness, separateness, and also multifaceted diversity. Hari Om, thank you.
So, what after 16th, 15th verse, Lord is trying to take you through the different bhaktis. We have done this in which chapter, children?
Bhakti Yoga. Sir, Bhakti Yoga.
Chapter, yeah.
Sir, Bhakti Yoga.
Yes.
Sir,
that's
the
fine,
question,
but
chapter 8. Sir,
chapter
the
12.
question. Sir, the question only tells the answer.
Yes, chapter 12. So there are different type of bhaktis, and God is trying to tell you that, okay, start with whatever bhakti you can do. Now here, Ekarupa Bhakti, which we, like today I asked Anvit, he likes Ganesha. So God in only one form, that is Madhyama Bhakti. That is Madhyama Bhakti. Then we slowly graduate, like you go from UKG to first standard, then you go to 10th, then 11th, 12th, like this. You step up and you say, I like all the gods. Because you know, God is in everyone. So I like all the gods. That is Aneka Rupa Bhakti, Vishwarupa Bhakti. And from 16th verse to 19th verse, God is going to, Lord Vishnu is going to tell us about this Vishwarupa Bhakti. And finally, the only Bhakta who understands that God is none other, but he himself, within him, God is there. Aham Brahmasmi is the real Bhakti. Nirguna Swarupa Bhakti, we have seen again in 12th chapter. And that type of Bhakti is called Arupa Bhakti. So God is trying to tell us Vishwarupa Bhakti first, and how it is going through, we will see in the next verse. Divyanshi, Madam will explain the verse, chant with her, okay?
Yes, sir.
Aham kraturaham yajnaha svadhahamaham mantrohamahame ahamagmiraham hutam. Aham kraturaham yajnaha
Aham kraturaham yagnaha
Svadhahamaham
swadhahamaham aushadham
Svadhahamaham
swadhahamaham aushadham
Svadhahamaham
swadhahamam aushadam.
See the spelling. Svadhahamaham Svadhahamaham
Swadhahamaham aushadham.
Very good. Mantrohamahame vajyam
Mantrohamahame jnanam. Mantrohamaha me vajyam.
So together you have to tell it as one word, pronounce it as one word. I will Mantrohamahame vajyam.
Mantrohamahame vajyam.
Ahamagniraham hutam.
Ahamagniraham hutam.
Okay, you can chant the full shloka once.
Yes, ma'am. Aham kraturaham yagnaha swadhahamaham aushadham mantrohamahame vajyam aham agniraham hutam.
Okay, perfect.
Very nice.
Aham kraturaham yagnaha
Aham kraturaham yajnaha. All of us chant, please.
Yes, sir.
Aham kraturaham yagnaha
Aham kraturaham yajnaha
Svadhahamaham aushadham
Swadhahamaham aushadham
Mantrohamahame vajyam Mantroham ahame vajyam Mantrohamahame vajyam
Mantrohamahame vajyam
Ahamagniraham hutam
Ahamagniraham hutam.
Okay.
The meaning of this verse is Aham, I, Kratuha, Vedic ritual, Aham, I, Yagnaha, sacrifice, Swadha, oblation, Aham, I,
Aushadam, medicinal herb, mantraha, Vedic mantras, aham, eva, also adyam, clarified butter, aham, agniha, fire, aham, hutam, the act of offering. It is I who am the Vedic ritual. I am the sacrifice and I am the oblation offered to the ancestors. I am the medicinal herbs and the Vedic mantra. I am the clarified butter. I am the fire and the act of offering. Sri Krishna gives a glimpse into the various aspects of his infinite personality. Kratu means yagna, sacrifice, such as Agnihotra yagnas mentioned in the Vedas. It also refers to the yagnas such as Vaishvadeva that are mentioned in the Smriti sculptures. Aushadam refers to potency in medicinal herbs. Aham, I am the Kratuha of Vedic sacrifice. I myself am the Yagna sacrifice as prescribed by the Smritis. Further, I am Swada, the food that is often offered to the mains. I am Aushadam, by which word is meant the food that is eaten by all creatures, or Swadha means food in general of all creatures, and Aushadha means medicine for curing diseases. I am the mantra with which offering is made to mains and gods. I myself am the yajyam, oblations, and I am Agni, the fire. I myself am the fire into which the oblation is poured, and I am the Hotam, act of offering. Thank you.
Excellent. So, children, this is a verse which is explaining about God. So, the idea is learning to respect everything. Everything meaning everything, inclusive of all your likes and dislikes, inclusive of your friends and bullies. Start with the parents first, because it is easier to see them every day and easier to relate with them. Then the teachers, because you meet them every day. And animals and birds, all of them are made of the same tattva, the substance, that is God.
What is the meaning bullies?
What is the meaning of?
Bullies.
Bullies means, I said good word for your enemies. Sometimes the bullies, they will come. You are now in only first standard.
Yeah.
So you will get it, don't worry. When you go to higher standards, there will be people who will push you, they'll shout at you, they'll find
Actually,
faults at you.
the basic meaning of bully is what to say. Some people who are pushing you, threatening you,
Or
Threatening you.
also
something like that.
the meaning is also
Bullying is
insulting type
teasing, no,
words
sir?
also are there.
Yes, teasing,
Or troubling.
troubling.
Or
So,
also insulting words.
exactly. So you have to learn to respect everything. Obviously, you should not fall prey to them, not allow them to, use you. You just have to be respectful. So start with the parents, start then with the teachers, and see in animals and birds, every living being, that God is there. And in this specific verse, all rituals. So children, when you are doing some puja, every ritual is to be considered for Lord, and you should imagine that Lord is there in every step. Like what is said here, the clarified ghee which you add to the fire, that is Lord. The fire itself is Lord, because in the Vedanta they say that fire is like the post office, where when you want to put a letter, nowadays you put an email or you write a WhatsApp, but very recently there was post office. You have to send something to your grandparents or your friends, you have to write a letter. So like that, if you want to send to Indra Devata, you say Swaha to Indra Devata and put in the fire. If you want to say Varuna Devata, you do Swaha into the fire. Fire will post your letter to that god. So there is one such verse in 4th chapter, Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi, Barmar. Sorry.
Sir, I know this verse.
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
chant.
then you go ahead. You please explain. You just chant it.
Brahmar pranang brahma havir pranagno brahmanahutam brahmaivatena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina.
So this is a similar verse from 4th chapter where God is saying, I am the offering. I am the ladle with which you use the offering. And
Sir,
I am the fire in which you put this.
Sir, is this
offering.
the 24th verse?
Yeah, 4th chapter, 24th verse. So with this, I will actually try to end because it is 9:15. Can you sum up, Daivik?
Okay, sir. Summary.
Okay.
We started with Guru Parampara. We have also completed 8 chapters chanting. 18 chapter chanting. Today we have completed Jnana Shloka and we also had a quiz. We learnt about Onam, festival Onam. Summary on last verse. Kalki Avatara of Lord Vishnu. We discussed about avatars. Explanation about 9.14 verse. Like how keep our focus high. Nitya Yukti Upasate. Upasana. Rama Madam taught us how to chant verse 9.15 and 9.16. Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent, Daivik. Very good. I think with every attempt, we are going to improve. Can I request Divyanshi to chant this shloka?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Satgurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.
I thank you all, and thank you especially Rama Madam, who has joined with her. She always is so helpful. Because of her, this class is actually taking a different dimension. Children are learning so beautifully how to chant, how to pronounce properly, and it will be improving from now on. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Yeah.
Hari Om, sir. Thank
Hari
you, sir.
Om.
Bye.